aprendas, le digo, para que aprendas.
No es posible que no nos estén dando ni un 5. Ganaron 2 campeonatos y vamos a seguir con la misma basura. Bullshit.
We're going to do. We're here today because the workers at the AT&T, the concession workers, they work for Centerplate. They haven't get a contract in 3 years.
The hell with that contract.
The Giants have won 3 series, and the subcontractor Centerplate has not given wage increases to the workers. We're fighting for wages, we're fighting for medical benefit, and the most important, we're fighting for job security. If Centerplate goes and a new company comes, the workers must stay. And the company is not guaranteeing that. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go through that door, and we're gonna go to the parking side, and from there we're gonna march on the sidewalk to the park, and we're gonna be picketing the ballpark. So let's go through the door, and we're gonna have the picket signs in there. So what do we want? What do we want?
To abide by the strike. Don't buy the food.
What are the issues?
What the Giants have failed to accountability in this is cost of living. Granted, they may be the highest concession workers, but has not added to the cost of living in San Francisco itself.
What are their average pay?
Underpaid. Not enough. The Giants franchise has made millions of dollars since the World Series. 2 World Series. Have they actually brought back down to this quote-unquote family? No. This Giants family here, members, are excluded right now. They're being excluded from financial gains. Personal financial gains.
So they're getting the short end of the stick?
Exactly.
I'm actually one of the cooks up here. For me, the main 2 issues are job security and health care. They're trying to get rid of it. Well, majorly change it to the point where many of our workers will not be able to get health care. And on top of that, they're not offering us any job security.
I mean, this team is a pretty profitable team for the owners. They seem to be making a lot of money.
Yeah, no doubt, definitely. Now, our employer for the concessions is actually Centerplate, just to make that clear. But the Giants do take 55 cents of every dollar that goes across those counters. So they say they're not part of it. They definitely are.
And what about the issue of these non-profit workers that are coming in here? Are they a threat to union jobs?
No, the thing with the non-profits is just that the Centerplate is using them unfairly to generate more revenue for themselves.
So in other words, they're doing the work and more profit for Centerplate.
Exactly.
What about union jobs? Does it mean less union jobs?
I don't believe that's been an issue. Our stance on that is basically, either make sure the nonprofits are getting, a good share.
Now, I mean, you've been without a contract for how long?
3 years.
How does it?
Almost 4, actually.
When's the last time you had a wage increase?
2009.
So how do you live in San Francisco in the Bay Area with the wages you're making?
I don't live in San Francisco, so many of our members cannot, myself included. Unfortunately, we actually have some members that are, living in public housing, and it's just a down dirty shame right there.
So you're saying that because you're not paid enough money, basically some of your members, your co-workers, have to be subsidized by the government, by the public.
Exactly, that's correct.
You think that's fair?
Not at all. That's ridiculous.
Now, what about Centerplate? Are they a profitable company? Or do they say they're hurting financially?
I would say not. I don't know, across their whole, scope of business how they're doing, but I know here at AT&T Park that they are pulling down more than they were 3 years ago. Attendance is up, prices are up. The amount of concessions that go through there is up. Only thing that's not up is our pay and a fair contract.
How long do you expect this struggle to go on?
As long as it takes. I don't know.
Now, today, I understand some workers are working inside. It's not a full strike?
It's actually not a strike at all. I went to work this morning. This is pretty much the community support that we're getting here. We've got, because most of our members are inside working. A few of us work in the morning, and a lot of people that, either have to get up too early tomorrow or, have somewhere else that they have to be. They can't be here.
How long have you been a member of Local2?
Since 2010.
Is this the first time you've been in a union?
I'm sorry?
Is this the first time you've been in a union?
Yes.
What does it mean to be in a union?
I mean, just stand up together and fight for each other. Fight for what's right.
So you have a right, you're collectively got your power by collective action.
That's exactly correct.
So, you know what the average wage of a worker here at the concessionary work?
Annually, the average wage is $11,000. So, yeah, you can definitely see where some public housing might be needed. So, yeah, it's not high.
Okay, what can people do who want to support this?
I'm sorry?
What can people do who want to support this struggle of your union?
Go ahead and go to the game. Just don't buy any food, don't buy any beer. It's that simple.
Fisher from United Food and Commercial Workers. I came out to join my brothers and sisters and the other locals. I'm encouraging everybody going to the ball game tonight not to buy food and to support this strike and this effort until they get a contract.
What are the issues?
I think the main issue is the one we hear about all the time. All the money's at the top, and they'd like fair pay. So the Giants and Centerplate can keep that in mind when the next negotiation gets back to the table.
that work inside AT&T Park, the concession workers, the suite workers, the club level workers, all the workers, the food service workers that have worked very hard over the last 3 years, while the Giants and Centerplate have experienced some of the greatest success in Major League Baseball.
So they're doing very well.
All of them are, yes.
Why do you think they're taking such a hard line against decent wage increase and against concessions? I mean, they're trying to push concessions on you.
They're trying to wish the last 3 years of their success all away when it comes to sharing that wealth and that success with the workers.
So you think it's greed?
I won't say that, but I think it has a big part to play in it.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a concession worker. I'm a cashier. I help set up the stands. I help sell food, drinks, everything.
How long have you worked here?
I've been involved in 19 years. This is my 19th season.
Are you shocked by their concession demands, what they're demanding from the union, from your members?
Yes. It's a straight slap in the face to all the workers that have participated in that success.
You work very hard in these to do a good job here?
It is very hard work. It isn't easy work.
And what kind of injuries do you have? Do you have a problem with health and safety here?
I would rather not talk about that. That's a completely different issue.
Okay. Now, they say that they're non-profit workers here that are doing your work. Is that a problem or an issue here?
There are premium locations where the concession workers, my co-workers, could generate extra income. through the generosity of the Giants fans. And a lot of that generosity is being taken away by the nonprofit groups in the locations that Centerplate places them in. And this has been a fight that's been going on for years.
Are the union workers supporting this effort?
Yes, it's a very, it surprised me. For 97% of my coworkers to vote for a strike, and then 500 or so showing up for the picket line on the May 25th. I'm very happy with my coworkers showing up the way they have.
What do you have to say to the ball players? Do you think they should join you on the picket line?
I believe the ball players would, if they were allowed by their agents and by Major League Baseball, would make comments and approach the union and say that, yes, they do support us.
Because I pay a lot for tickets. I mean, I pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars for tickets, and I pay a lot for food, and also products at the stores. So we won 2 World Series in 2010 and in 2012. We spent millions to win those World Series, even though we had a kind of hooky roster in 2010. But to not understand that those players are able to play that game and make that kind of pay, you know, their hourly pay is in the hundreds of thousands, I would imagine, some of them. And yet these people are looking for an affordable wage, not even really a fair wage, but just an affordable wage. What does an average 2-bedroom go for in San Francisco right now? $3,500, according to the Chronicle today. So you really think that these workers don't deserve to at least have enough space so that 2 people working at a concession stand can rent 1 2-bedroom apartment? It's unconscionable. This is San Francisco.
So why do you think the managers or the owners, Centerplate, are taking this kind of hardline position?
Because it's a predatory consumerism or corporatism, which is that you just pay as little as you can along the production line, because really in this kind of economy they feel that these workers are easily replaceable. And as a person who lives in the neighborhood and goes to hundreds of games, I don't feel right going up to a concession stand spending $30 knowing that the person that's working there is making an unlivable wage. Every time I go to buy my $11.50 chicken and garlic fries, I know that I'm purchasing something that's I'm paying more than these people are taking home per hour. For 1 order of fries and chicken tenders. I mean, come on. You know, it's unconscionable.
Thank you. What's your name?
Nicholas.
I'm from Absent 3299. I'm here to support concession workers because, you know, Giants make a lot of money. The Centerplate's company make a lot of money, and they should give a fair wage increase for workers.
And $32.99 is without a contract as well?
Yeah, we're out of contract. We're trying to negotiate a new contract for our patient care and service workers. So we're trying to here to support our fellow union members.
So you're kind of in the same boat. They want to take away your pensions and your health care?
Yeah, we just had a 2-day strike not too long ago. So we understand what they're feeling. We're struggling the same thing.
Because I want to, you know what I mean, protect my family. This is for my family.
How difficult is it to live on the wages that they pay here?
How difficult? Because they don't want to pay. They don't want to pay the insurance. They don't want to pay nothing. They don't want to get rate. If we want to fight for the rate, we want to pay for the insurance. For everything we have to fight it, we go fight it.
And they haven't paid a raise increase? When's the last time you got a wage increase?
2 years ago. That's a bad move. It don't make money. You work here?
My name is Brenda Barros. I'm an SEIU 1021 member, and I work at San Francisco General Hospital.
What brings you out here today? Why are you out here today?
I'm out here in solidarity with the workers here, and hopefully we can help them to help the Giants to give them a fair contract.
The team Centerplate say that they don't want to pay wage increases, that they want them to pay for their health care. What do you think about that?
Being in the same battle ourselves, where they're striking all city workers or all workers in general, where they're coming after our health care. And so the Giants are profitable enough to where this shouldn't be necessary. They shouldn't be coming after the low-paid workers that work in the food concession.
They're paying pretty high prices for these food and other things.
Oh, I know. I've taken my kids here. It's like a $100 proposition if you want to come for 2 people. So they're getting plenty of money from the patrons, the people who patronize the Giants, and it's unnecessary for them to pay $50 million for players, but they can't pay these people a decent salary and can't provide health care.
It's very interesting, special for coming contract in, I think so in October, but it's very nice, everybody from Local2 and hotels, all the members coming for this today.
And obviously get some fair wages, some fair raises. Everything's up. Cost of gas, price of the ticket, value of the Giants, the amount of concessions that are being pushed through there. The only thing that's not up are the wages.
So you guys have organized this demonstration. Do you feel that this has been a successful action so far?
So far, yeah. I've had a couple people come up to me and they ask, they're like, "Oh, can I go to the game, or do I just don't buy food?" I'm like, "Yeah, enjoy the game. Just don't buy any food, no beer, no concessions at all."
And speaking of concessions, we heard that there are some people inside right now blocking the garlic fry stand. Can you tell us anything about that?
Yeah, I just heard about that. Basically, they're calling it a civil disobedience. I guess there's about 40 or 50 people or so that are blocking the stand, and I guess they're going to be arrested. I'm hearing it might take them a while to get them out of there, because there's a process you got to go through to do that. So.
And again, so you feel like successful with this action, you've raised some awareness. So again, you've made some sort of specific demands of your contractors as well. You want a new contract with fair wages, guaranteed health care, worried about job security. The follow-up question is, if your company continues to refuse to give you what you want, what's the next step? What's the next escalation?
We just continue with what we're doing. I mean, right now we know we're costing them money. Okay, we figure they spent roughly about $500,000 in extra standby labor. People that aren't doing anything, are not bringing any extra money in, just money out the window. We've only gone to strike one day. You'll still continue to see actions like this. If we decide another strike, possibly. Pretty much anything we can do to open their eyes.
Confident are you?
Yeah, we're very confident. Yeah, I mean, we're going to be here however long it takes.
And my last question, how do you feel in terms of like you and the other people here, how do you feel about your coworkers and the showing of support that you've had?
Oh, very, very good. Our strike vote that we took, it was 500 yes to 16 no. And it's pretty much been the same. Anything that's come up, it's been that same level of support. And, a lot of stories of, people coming in and going to the stands and saying, "Hey, I know you guys aren't on strike today, but I still brought my food." Multiple stories like that.
I'm here to support Local2 representing Apollo. I'm also the member for SEIU 1021. So this is nothing new with the contract. I mean, it's all over, nationwide for the union workers, and we have been ignored for many, many years. I mean, city officials, same thing, worse. I mean, there's a lot of bad stories. I mean, discrimination, harassment, retaliation, and I am recently a target of that. And I am fighting. I'm powering up to fight for my paycheck and my job.
Voters are engaging in nonviolent civil disobedience inside the ballpark. They're blocking a garlic fry stand, telling customers that they should enjoy the game but don't buy the food, don't buy the drink until workers have what they deserve. So they're blocking that garlic fry stand until the game's over or until the police take them out.
Do you know, have there been any arrests so far?
There have not at this point. It's just started. Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
So they're trying to tell Centerplate that they should negotiate with the union?
Well, they didn't get the message when 97% of workers voted to authorize a strike and a boycott. They didn't get it when every worker in there went out on strike for a day. Hopefully now the Giants fans are out here on the picket lines showing their support. Hopefully they'll change their tune.